Single 40 podcast, episode 41. Welcome back.
Hey, what's up, guys?
So we obviously got some new equipment. Glenn got some wireless microphones, so hopefully the audio comes out good on this one.
Yeah, if you're looking to get some audio, these are Comica wireless mics. I don't know. Hopefully it'll be a good setup for us when we travel and make it easy so we don't have to wear headsets. And
Yeah, that's the thing. Not wearing the headset feels weird,
Yeah.
but it's a lot more comfortable, so I'm stoked.
yeah, I'll make it easier and hopefully the audio comes out good. So
The other thing on the tech side is me and Glenn have been discussing about trying to do remote podcast guests, which at first I was kind of against. I wanted to do everything in person, but being our location in Hawaii is not the best for guests. We decided we're going to try to figure that out. And so anybody that wants to come on, once we get this remote thing going, we can have whatever guest, wherever, as long as you got a good internet connection and a computer with a mic and a camera, we're good to go.
yeah, hopefully I'll look into it and hopefully I can figure it out and we can set it up and it'll be good. I mean, it'd be nice to just catch up, especially if we don't make it, after if we don't make it to over there to AC or anything, so.
Yeah, it just gives you a lot of opportunity to bring anybody on,
Yeah.
Don't have to bring them into the studio. They can just sign on their computer and boom, they're on the podcast. So I'm excited about that. Like once we get that going, I'll just start trying to get all kinds of guests. Even if they just come on for, a short period of the podcast, it'd still be freaking cool. So
Yeah, I'll hopefully get it going. So
the other thing I got, Aaron, our tattoo artist, he is now working at VIP Tattoo Salon, or I think that's what it's called, VIP, and it's on Walking Street. It's down closer to MacArthur Boulevard, so right when you come under the Red Street sign, it's down on the right, not too far from the MacArthur entrance of Red Street. So anyone that's interested in joining the HI to PI tattoo family, go see Aaron at VIP Tattoo Studio. So excited for that. He reached out to me and told me that's where he's at now. So
cool.
He's looking to do some more tattoos and make some videos for us. So
Yeah, it's always good to get those guys some business too.
Yeah, and even if you don't want that tattoo, he's a good artist. If you're in the Philippines and you want to get a tattoo, Philippines tattoos are a lot cheaper than the U.S., so I know Joey got like a big piece done by Aaron, and it's like a fraction of the cost of what it would cost in the U.S., so it's a cool opportunity if you're interested in that.
Yeah, I'm still don't have any.
Yeah, Glenn's tattoo list, obviously, you can see all the ones all over my body, but Glenn's past it.
Yeah, I think I never thought about what I wanted, so it was just something I never got, and plus I didn't have money. But yeah, you never know. Maybe I'll go through some like midlife or later life crisis shit.
Dude, I got my first tattoo at fucking like 16 years old, so
Yeah.
I've been doing it for a while. I'm 46, so that was obviously 30 fucking years ago. And that's before tattoos were honestly mainstream. I always liked them because of the like biker culture, like Hell's Angels type guys, and I thought it was freaking cool. So I strolled myself into a tattoo parlor back when I was 16 and talked the dude into give me one. I've since covered it up, but with another tattoo. But anyways,
Yeah.
we can get into tattoo history another time, I guess.
Nice.
Something I noticed on Facebook, which is cool, the Wolfpack group started a fan page for all their different bars. Yeah, they had like their one just Wolfpack fan page, and now they have one for each of their bars, and it's like XS, Lucifer, Monsoon, Avalon.
Nice. That's smart. I mean,
Carousel. I think Geckos was one of theirs. So yeah, so I clicked on those and followed it so I can see what's up to date with those different bars. So,
yeah, I mean, we talked last time about how they were, taking over some of the other bars, and invested money remodeling. So
well, it's actually two guys that were part of that group that left and took over Atlantis and Dollhouse.
Oh, okay.
So new ownership or new management, I guess, for those two places.
But if it's the same, mindset of, making it better and trying to put money into it and get people to go, that's the positive thing.
I mean, back when me and Glenn first started going, like Atlantis was the spot. Like,
yeah, I mean,
not just for us, it was the most pumping bar there. Had the most people working at it. They had all the shows, they had all the events, and that was the spot. And I don't want to say it's died off, but it's definitely not the center point of that street. I would argue it's excess. A lot of, like you hear from our comments and people that are on YouTube and talk about AC. It's excess is like the big,
Yeah.
So
there was a point when we were going on these trips, like we didn't go anywhere else. I think we've talked about it before, but
Yeah, no, Atlantis was the spot.
we just stay in Atlantis for like 5 hours and blow all our money in one night.
And Dollhouse used to pump too, and it's one of the older ones. The first one that's like was a big club from what I've been told from the old timers. So yeah, those were the spots. So yeah, hopefully it revives Atlantis. I know they're doing a big construction job at Dollhouse, so I'm super excited to see how those two places turn out because that's like historic for us. 'Cause those
Yeah.
are the places we always went.
It'd be nice to go back. I mean, kind of died off for a minute where there'd be at least 1 or 2 trips where we didn't go into one of those places. So,
And we've never filmed in Dollhouse. We've never really tried, but now that it's under the new management, I had one of our guys over there reach out to the new manager, and he said, yeah, once it's completed with the construction they're doing, he said, come on down, film some videos. And
yeah, I mean, I always thought
help
about that
promote
place
it.
being like a cool, like how it was laid out because, there's that upstairs and then you're looking down on the stage and
Yeah, no, it's a cool spot, and we've always sat upstairs, and we've had a lot of fun at Dollhouse.
yeah, I mean, fuck, I can't wait, dude. I mean, hopefully going in
Yeah, we've got our December trip coming up, so I don't think the Dollhouse will be prepared by then, according to my contact over there. But if it is, we're definitely going to film in there, and we're definitely going to film in Atlantis this time, and see how it's different with the new management. So that should be pretty fucking cool.
yeah, it'll be good times.
Those were like the biggest topics I had to start with. We just released our podcast from last week, so you can check that one out if you're watching this one. If you haven't seen it,
Yeah, it
number
should be
40.
it'll be out by the time this comes out, but yeah, it was interesting on the last week's topic of being getting a shout out.
Yeah, yeah, we'll see what comes of it, and see. Anytime we're somebody's topic, it's exciting because even though we were only number 5, we'll strive to be number 1. And hopefully, once we get the remote podcasting go, we can reach out to some of those people on that list and talk about what their experience was from being on it, which would be cool.
Yeah, it's just it's funny, but it's always good. I mean, we obviously want to be positive about it, but it's just it's one of those things where, yeah, I mean, I never thought anything bad of the guy.
You know something I was thinking about we could do? Me and Glenn aren't big daytime partiers or daytime drinkers. I just don't drink during the day ever. And obviously the monster is a huge daytime drinker. So I was thinking we could make a video and show like kind of the difference between daytime and nighttime, if there is one. I don't really know because I have never really spent much time in those places during the day.
I mean, there's people there. I mean, it's going off during the day. I mean, I've always walked by and it's like, I don't know if there's a bunch of people in there, but there's definitely
Well, yeah, they're obviously open,
yeah.
right? They're not going to be open if they're just going to lose money. So, but we should make a video and just maybe like go into one, like, I don't know, Sky comes to mind because I know, oh, it's not open during the day. What am I talking about? The one next to it, Club Star, is open during the day.
Oh, okay.
Or no, Sky is open during the day. I think it opens just later. I could be wrong. Correct us in the comments if you know.
Or
But I
if
think we
you're-
should do a day versus night, like the same bar, like go in, not necessarily. I mean, I'm
We
not a
should
big
just
day
follow the
drinker.
monster, see what he
Yeah,
does during the
exactly.
day.
And then, kind of compare and contrast. So people's thoughts in the comments would be cool if you're a daytime guy or a nighttime guy, or if you're like Monster and you do both. Kind of interested to hear what people think. What kind of got me thinking about it is like Ace Ventura, who made the video about the fucktard list. He's a big daytime guy when it comes to when he shoots his stuff. And we've never really shot anything there during the day. So it kind of like gave me the idea is like maybe we should try shooting some stuff
Yeah.
during the day in regards to the bar scene, just more because I want to be informative, right? And
Yeah.
like we talked about in the last podcast, we had somebody watch one of the videos and then email us asking some questions. He didn't necessarily ask the difference between day and night, but I'm sure if you're traveling there and you want to figure it out, like I think it'd be cool to have that content out there so we can kind of give our view on day versus night, and nobody better to follow than fucking Monster, right?
That's it.
He's a big daytime guy.
And I'm
and-
sure there's a lot of guys that, can do the day stuff. So if you do it, let us know how it is, what you think. I'm
We
sure
got-
at night if people want to be out and, at night, I mean, I'm sure obviously the daytime is their deal.
Yeah, totally. And I bet there's probably a price difference. I don't know, but we can get that kind of info out for people so they can price out their trip and when they want to go party during the day. Our one buddy that we met that was a subscriber, Chad, he was like Monster. He was daytime and nighttime, and
He had a beer pong or beer bong.
Oh yeah, he's the beer pong
And
champion.
he was walking around with that beer bong during the day. So
Yeah, those guys get started early. But I mean, one of the things why I mean I'm just not a day drinker, but I like to eat the food in Angeles and mostly lunch during the day. Tequila Reef or Poppies or any of those places right around there. Phillies, we've gone there to watch games and ate during the day. So my thing is more food during the day and a party at night. But
yeah, we got to check out that place on the corner that was being remodeled. I don't know. It
it used
opened
to be
up.
called Envy, I think.
Yeah, I don't know, but I think it's up and running from.
Yeah, they were doing like a massive overhaul of it last
Yeah,
time we were there. I wonder how it turned out. Chubb shoots right across the street at Phillies. He does his live stream. So if you watch his Chubbs pipe in, tell us what that new place looks like. I don't think it was like going to be like a bar. It's just a complete like
it was a
almost like a
restaurant, right? Yeah,
restaurant
yeah.
sports bar type of setup. At least that's what it looked like from the construction they were doing, but it's kind of hard to tell. But yeah, I'd like to hear some more from people on places to eat. Maybe not right on Walking Street, but off of it because there's so much good food on that in that neighborhood. I mean, I don't remember the name of the Korean barbecue place we always go to, but it's like one block
Oh
up,
yeah,
like past Phillies. Then you hit a left on that street, it's right across from Queens Hotel.
yeah. That place is really good. Oh, I don't think I went there last time, but yeah, no.
Yeah, it's
Korean.
priced pretty well, and the meat quality's awesome. I love
Yeah,
that place. So our party's all locked in for the 10th at the Penthouse Hotel. I don't remember if I said the name of the Penthouse on our last podcast. That's why I'm mentioning it again. Basically we get the place from 8 p.m. till 1 a.m. Being a hotel, I don't think you can stay much later than 1, but that's fine for us. So if you're in town on December 10th, you know, cruise down to the Penthouse Hotel. I would imagine the party gets started maybe around 9:30, but we got access from 8 p.m. on.
yeah, man. I'm excited to just see everyone and not be working. So it'd be nice to be on vacation.
Another thing I was talking to Glenn out this week when we were working. I was visiting with one of the old timers that used to travel with us. I mean, he still travels over there, but hasn't been with us in a few years. But he brought up scorebirds, and I don't know why it never dawned on me, but I think we should have a party at fucking scorebirds, man.
Yeah,
Like it's a great setup. Their pool is huge, and what I liked about it is thinking about it once he just brought the name up, and I don't know why that like triggered my mind to think about having a party there. Probably because we've been trying to find a venue, and we settled on the Penthouse, but I never thought about it, right?
yeah. I mean, that was our spot. I think we
Yeah,
used to
we used to
stay.
stay there all the time. But what's cool is that stage that's over the pool because they have their what is it, the bikini contest pool parties, which they used to have weekly. Now I think it's once a month. And back in the day, like 10, 15 years ago, that was on a Saturday night, the bikini contest pool party. Like the first time I ever went was with those old timers and it was on a Saturday night. And my mind was fucking blown because it was the second day we were there, and they're like, oh yeah, there's this party we're gonna walk over to. And it was early. I don't think it was late. I think it was like around 7 or 8. And we walked over there and obviously the guys that I were with know the owner of Scorebird. So like we walked in and had this like VIP setup, like center stage. And I was just like, where the fuck am I? Like,
Yeah.
and I couldn't understand at the time why we weren't staying at that hotel because we were over at not Orchid Inn.
Okay.
And I guess those guys stayed there because they had a long history of that place. But when we sat down, I was with next to Mikey, and I'm like, all right, this is a hotel. He's like, yeah, our buddy Derek owns it. And I'm looking around, and there's this party going on. They're having the contestants on stage, and I'm like, why the fuck don't you guys stay here? Like, it seemed not to shit on Orchid. Orchid's a cool place, but at the time I was there, it was under construction, and the pool was closed. And like I'm sitting there at Scorebirds in this beautiful pool. There's all these people. There's hotel rooms all around. I'm like, what the fuck are these guys doing? So when I brought Glenn on his first trip, that's where we stayed.
Yeah, no, that place is cool. I mean, obviously, when we moved over after COVID to Fields Hotel, like it was always nice. I mean, we always stayed at Scorebirds, and we always, we always timed it up with those pool
What was
parties.
your first memory of Scorebirds? Because that's where we went. Like we got off the plane, got on the bus. Obviously, that was its own experience. But then,
I mean, when we first got there, I mean, I remember thinking how big that pool was, and then we went out that night, and I mean, like I said, I mean, I think I've talked about it before, where it's like a blur, but I think the next day from when we got there was that pool party, like hungover and hanging out, and I just remember being like, dude, like what's going on, and I mean, at that time, I mean, those things they were pretty. I mean, because they had all the girls from the different bars, so it was like a big event, and yeah, I mean,
It was super crowded that day. I
yeah, I mean, for the
remember.
most part, when we used to go to those things, like it was a big thing, right? I mean, and then like what was that? Like the next day, I think they called that "Who Let the Dogs Out." We've talked about it before, but they had these events, and maybe like the new ownership guys will do stuff like that. I mean, and that's the stuff that like the reason why we talk about this, bringing it back to what it was, because these like early experiences of us going there and like there's a reason why we go there and why we love this place and why we continue to go back. Like, I mean, those are the and I mean, some people don't experience all that, right? They just go there and they see it's
Yeah,
dead, and
yeah.
I mean, it doesn't matter. And that's like where we're all this like talk of, oh, it's dead now. It's just like, for us, it's not because we always like, no matter what, I always have that memory of us going there and it's crazy and it was fun and
And we try to recreate it, right? And
yeah,
no, I'm glad we brought this up because now my mind's like racing on things. So yeah, so Glenn's first trip, we get there on, whatever, a Friday night. We check into Scorebirds and then we go out. I think we went to Atlantis, obviously. And then the next day was, I think it was around noon, there was a bikini contest pool party at Scorebirds. So it's like, we're all hungover. Glenn ends up picking, he wants to meet the girl that won the goddamn contest. So he meets her and that was cool. And then the next night was what he talked about, the Who Let the Dogs Out party. And basically what that was the Dollhouse group owned, Atlantis, Dollhouse, Club Asia, I think Crystal Palace, and there was one down the street that was called Ponytails. I think a few of those don't exist anymore, but what they would do is they would take girls from all of those spots like they did at the pool party, and then they would have a party at one of their bars. I think they'd switch it weekly just to, create a party, get people in the door. And those parties were awesome. My memory of that party we went to is like we were sitting, it was at Dollhouse, and we were sitting on the second floor, and there was a bunch of hors d'oeuvres they were giving you for like free food. And then, this was back when me and Glenn didn't have, the bank accounts that we have today. So we were really closely watching our bills the 2 nights leading up to that. And that thing started early in the evening, and it wasn't long. It was like an hour or something, and the whole show went on, and we were, having drinks and buying some drinks for the people with us. And then, it ended and we were going to leave and we got the tab and it was like 2,400 pesos. And we're like, what the fuck?
yeah,
Like,
I
we were all
remember,
shocked.
I was stoked.
I even asked Mikey, like, why is it so cheap? He's like, it's because of the party. Like, it's early and they're trying, it's like happy hour, if you
Yeah,
will. So, but back to like the point I'm trying to get at as I'm just rambling on about our memory is you're exactly right. Like, that's when Walking Street, I mean, for our experiences was at its height, right? And it was busy and all those Dollhouse bars were like popping and whatnot. So that's what our early memories are. And that's why we have the whole Make Walking Street Great Again campaign is we want to get back to that,
that's it, man. I mean, guys that go to Thailand and they have this crazy experience, they want to go back, right? And
100%.
basically, that's what we're trying to like show and create. I mean, it's just one of those things where it's like you have an experience, you enjoy it, and whether it's a mellow, night in Angeles or a crazy night where you party, whatever, it just as long as you feel that and that get that feeling, and you're like, dude, I want to go back.
The
Like,
excitement,
yeah,
right?
right. And I mean, and we're not doing anything different or crazy, but I mean, there's people out there that experience that shit that like we had, and do whatever they can to get back, and like it's exciting, man. I mean, I remember like up until that point of traveling, it was like just you go through the daily grind, man, and everyday work, this, and then it's like you find that little thing where, I mean, even this trip, like I still get that excitement, that couple of weeks out, we're like counting days, and so
And
that's
I don't
basically what
like,
it
I
is.
don't even think like we started to do our like parties and our bar hopping nights, post COVID when we started the channel. And, obviously we were doing that type of stuff before we started the channel. Then we just decided to start filming it. But subconsciously, like, I think we were trying to recreate the pre-COVID shit, right? Like, it wasn't like, oh, we need to bring it back. It was just like, I think there wasn't a lot going on and the bars were a little bit dead. And so we kind of like started to recreate it by having parties. And when I say parties, it's like we invite a bunch of people we know there, get a bunch of girls that are working there and bring them to the next spot and just create that excitement, if you will. And
No,
that's
definitely. I mean, the channel before COVID, I mean, the excitement of going to like Atlantis, right? And I mean, I think we always talk about how did it start throwing money? I mean, we were always spending money, throwing money, having a good time. And I mean, for me, I mean, those experiences were, just seeing the joy, like everyone's fired up when, you're spending money and everyone, everyone's having a good time. And I think that's what we're trying to recreate, by,
Totally.
with, like, I mean, going to like, Club Sky and like seeing how people, I mean, everyone there gets fired up, and that's the joy I get, and that's what I enjoy, even if it's just 1 or 2 nights in Angeles, but it's like we go there and do that, like whatever, man, that's what we like. So
And that's like the two-way street of it, though. Like, you can expect these business owners and guys that own these bars and different groups that own them to produce this environment. But if us tourists and people that go there don't go and spend money, why are they going to put in the effort to do these events if it doesn't change anything business wise? So it's like it's a two-way street. And I mean, we've been harping on that since we started talking about this, and we're not talking about going in and spending crazy amounts of money. We're just talking about getting groups together and going out and going, just visiting the place. And like Pattaya obviously hasn't died off. After COVID, it returned to right to where it was, and it's got that angle of the biggest tourist destination in the world, Bangkok and Thailand. So it's like that's why we keep preaching to people, like go to Angeles City. Like the more people you get there, the more those bars can go out on a limb and have those types of events. But just talking about this, I think with Big Mike, we should talk to him and talk to more bars and like try to create a party where we don't necessarily have to promote it, but we will. But they can promote it locally, and we can show up and at least infuse some excitement and cash into the situation.
no, definitely, and I mean, as long as there's people spending money and the place is going, I mean, that's like basically what we're trying to do when we talk about make Walking Street great again. It's like it's that experience, right, for people. So
Yeah, it's just like we can do like collaborations with like Wolfpack Group. Like, hey, let's do a not Who Let the Dogs Out, but a similar party to that, and just do it early. And like a I don't know, 8 p.m. kind of start like a happy hour thing. They drop the drink prices, not necessarily like for us, but just to get people in there, promote it. We'll bring 50, 60, 70 people, and fuck, let's do it.
yeah,
Like,
man,
I
no,
don't know, the idea is born, man. We gotta start pushing it more. I mean, it's kind of a transition though, because like, when we started, it was like, where can we film? And we'd have to like, do our whole process to let people start filming. But now I think enough people have seen what we can do and the party we can bring. So I think more bars are open to it. So excited about that. And like we talked about, Carousel is now going to let us in. So, I mean, we're going to probably start our bar hopping night whenever we decide we're going to get exactly into Angeles, and we're going to start at Carousel, and hopefully we can. Maybe I'll reach out to them and see if they want to start promoting it with us.
yeah, no, it's a good idea, man. I mean, whatever it takes to just get people to get fired up about that place. And I don't know, it's some people just won't ever have that mindset, but at least for us, like, I mean, we've always had it, and we're just trying to keep doing it, right?
There's enough people out there that want to do that type of stuff. We just got to keep working on getting our content to them. Obviously, we've talked about the different communities that consume Angelo City content, and no disrespect to the expat retired group that's over there. Like, that's awesome. You guys are awesome, but you're not necessarily the single at 40 type of people that are working and trying to go on a whirlwind badass vacation, because you guys live there and you get to taste the fruits every day, and you're not necessarily. I mean, some of them have joined us, so I'm not like singling them out, and they're always welcome to join, but we just got to find a way to get to the people that are thinking about, like that one guy that emailed us. Luckily, he lives in New York City, and he's going to go on his first trip over there, and we just got to keep pressing to find those people, and
Yeah,
eventually.
they're out there. I mean, I was telling you this week, I was watching that our friend of ours over in Pattaya, Mac TV. He made a video about. I guess he's doing some things over there, trying to, you know, start a bar or get a bar. And but anyways, I was just scrolling through the comments, and it's like, I mean, positive, like, oh man, I can't wait to get back. Like, I'm doing everything I can. Like, I'm over here, like some dude's like a truck driver in Texas is like, hey man, I'm gonna be there next year. Like, those are basically the people. I mean, they're just like us, right? They come, they go on a vacation, they enjoy it, and they do whatever they can to get back. So
And Pattaya and Soy Six and Pattaya's Walking Street, it kind of has its own brand recognition, right? And I think that's where a lot of people, when they want to go on a Southeast Asian trip and they want to party, that's probably where they look first, which is understandable. And that's kind of why me and Glenn went there, is we wanted to do some content on that to bring people to our channel to promote Angelus as another option, right? So now that you brought up Mac, like, yeah, no, he, in the podcast we did with him, you can find it on our YouTube. He talks about he's going to open a bar, and it sounds like Glenn came across a video that says he's about to do it, which is cool. He's another person we can get on the remote podcast and help him
Yeah.
promote his bar. Not that we have a big Pattaya following, but he'd probably be down to come on and talk to us about it
Yeah.
once he opens it. And because I'm sure his place will be cool as hell. And next time we're over there, hopefully it's open.
Yeah, it sounds like probably maybe early next year if it opens up and everything. So
It's exciting for him, man. I personally wouldn't want to be in the bar business, but more power to him. I'm glad he's doing it. And it's always good to have friends that own places, you know?
yeah,
So
no, it's sounds pretty. It's a big deal, you know.
something I was thinking about, like, I know Halloween, we're sitting here and I think it's what, November 1st. So Halloween was last night in the US. So 2 nights ago in the Philippines. I haven't seen any Angelus content on the Halloween, because I know Walking Street usually has a bunch of people partying and dressing up. I did see Eric and Nikki did some stuff in Makati. I had no idea how big Makati's fucking Burgos Street
Yeah,
goes the fuck off for
yeah. I
Halloween.
think like
Did you see that,
I
his
saw I
video?
saw a little bit of his video, or maybe it's short or something. But I think he mentioned like he had to like reserve the table at some bar, like weeks out just to get in, and it's a big deal. I mean, it's just something like we should definitely experience.
I mean, yeah, like our travel schedule has never been one that lets us travel on Halloween, but with different things going on at my Glenn's work, that might change in the future. So we got to get over there for a Halloween. I was amazed with the Burgos shit that he was showing. Like, they had, like, live music on the street, and the street was just packed with people. And I know Angeles used to be somewhat like that, but I haven't seen anything from this year. I guess I got to look a little bit more, but
I want to say Chubbs did a video. I didn't watch it, but I think it popped up, and I think I mean, there's just always a ton of people on that night.
yeah, it's probably I would imagine it's the biggest holiday on Walking Street, because I mean, we've been there for New Year's, and New Year's isn't that big because, between Christmas and New Year's, a lot of the people that work on Walking Street go home to visit family, because, Christmas is obviously a huge holiday in the Philippines for family. And obviously, with New Year's being right around the corner, it's like when you go on a trip to visit family for Christmas, you usually stick around through New Year's, right? So New Year's is definitely not a big night in Angeles. We've been there, I think, twice over the years, and yeah, it's a lot of places are closed, and it's not the best. But Halloween seems to be like the fucking one, and
Yeah.
obviously we've never experienced that.
No, definitely gotta try to make it out there one of these years.
I mean, maybe next year, instead of going in mid-September, we push it till then and get out there for Halloween. So if you got Halloween experiences, let us know. Tell us how it was, and we'll check out some videos, see what we can find. That's something that I definitely need to get out there for. So that's about all I got for today. Just trying
No,
to
it was
stay
good to
focused on the next trip.
it was definitely good to just talk about, like reminisce. I mean, that mindset, and that feeling you get when you go somewhere and you enjoy it, and it's always a good thing. So, more people I'm sure more people feel the same way. They just gotta, like you said, go and do it.
Yeah, and I'm beyond stoked about the remote podcasting. Like, I'm so looking forward to getting people to come talk to us on that. I think that will take the podcast and the channel to another level, you know.
Yeah, I know. I mean, fuck, this is 41. Like we always talk about it. It's like, I can't believe we made this many, but it's good. It's like, we get to once a week talk about this place and talk about what makes us happy. So,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And we did get a comment from a guy that said we should do a party on Burgos Street. I told him I told him it was a fantastic idea, and obviously I'd reach out to the king of fucking Makati, Eric, and so we'll probably schedule something like that, maybe, sometime in around our March trip, or maybe in June. And
yeah, no, and I always have a good time when we go there. So, and we haven't been in a while. So,
we also got to do Cebu nightlife, and we got to do Subic Bay nightlife. So we got to schedule those over the next year. Glenn's cousin now lives up in Cebu, so we got a reason to go there. We've been to Cebu, but it's usually flying in to fly somewhere else. We've never partied there, or gone out, or checked out the nightlife. I believe it's called Mango Street, I think
okay.
is where
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
at.
no, we definitely got to check it
So
out.
we got to get Alan to do some some groundwork,
yeah.
some recon, and see what's going on over there. So expand our Philippines, because we've obviously done the walking streets in Pattaya and Vietnam, and we got to go check out the other ones in the Philippines. Not necessarily walking streets, but the nightlife scene. So, anyways, thanks for tuning in. Again, HI to PI Tattoos, VIP Tattoo Salon on Walking Street down by MacArthur. Go see Aaron. I just want to keep reminding people that that's where he's at. So,
Awesome, man. We'll be there soon.
all right, sounds good. Thanks for watching.
Thanks, guys.